top five.
Hello. You already know who it is. DJ Lonzo's Top 5. We in here. We got a special guest. We got a real special guest tonight. Man, it's the one and only. The one and only. Hello. Hello, Shello.
We be macking, everybody likes when the cheeks get to clapping. Know what's on my mind at this time, girl, what's happening? Know you got that sweet sinner, I just gotta smack it. Gotta smack it.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
what's happening?
What's going on, Shells, with you?
Hey, man, it's another day.
Another day, another dollar.
Another one spent, so you got to make it back plus some.
Okay. So, I think people know you, but I don't think people really, really know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they don't know, like, how you started off. They don't know what got you into rapping. They don't know, how you was whenever you was growing up. Tell me a little bit about how you was brought up, your mother and your father, and all that situation.
All right, so I was born in Columbia, South Carolina, on Fort Jackson. A lot of people don't know that. My dad, he's a disabled military vet. But I went to Richland Northeast High School, and that's pretty much where I had to start, like, rapping and stuff. I was a big fan of, like, 50 Cent back then, Ludacris, Nelly, Cash Money.
Okay.
So I started write music, like, just listening through that stuff. And then I was big on, like, 50 Cent because he could always write hooks, and Nelly could always write hooks. So I was always good at writing hooks.
Okay.
So, when I started, I was, like, in a little rap group or whatever back then in high school. But I was the hook writer,
Okay.
for sure.
Now, was your pops in the music?
Nah, but my pops, he had a strong influence on the music.
As far as, like, what you mean? Like, what he was listening to back in the day? Like,
Yeah.
whenever y'all was growing up? Like, who would he listen to?
He was listening to Snoop. He was listening to No Limit.
Oh, okay.
He was listening to Trick Daddy.
I know Pops, so Pops is G, so I
Yeah.
see it in him.
Yeah, that's
You know
my
what I
boy.
mean?
He's a wild boy.
Both of y'all look like twins, which is kind of crazy. Y'all look like twins. And how old is your dad?
My dad is he's 19 years older than me. I'm 35, so he's 54.
Okay. Damn. And that's crazy. And as far as your grandma, like, was you like all the rest of us kids, like, whenever, summertime come here, you spend a lot of times at grandma's house?
Man, I spent a lot of time at grandma's house, period. My parents was both my parents was always working.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of time at my grandma's house. Yeah.
So as far as, like, with grandma's house, was that with cousins or was that with,
Yeah, that was my cousin, Coot DeVille.
Okay.
My brother, Air Max. Both of them with Got Guards. Shout out to them. My cousin, Kayla.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my sister came about, like 10 years later, so.
That is right. You do have a
Yeah.
younger sister. I always forget about your younger sister. I don't know why. I always forget about her.
Yeah, she does a little modeling or whatever. She
Okay.
does her thing.
Okay. Now, as far as, like, when you was growing up and stuff, like, when did you start taking music? We all do it for fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All of us have, like, a rhyme scheme or got, like, some bars in the tuck we keep just in case somebody want to go crazy at lunchtime.
Yeah.
But when did you really want to, take that next step with the rapping?
See, like, I ain't gonna lie, music has been a hobby for like a minute. So, like, I wasn't really concerned and, like, too much about, like, getting paid because, like, back then mixtapes was a thing.
Correct.
So, like, niggas wasn't getting paid for their mixtapes. They was, you catch some show money, but you couldn't, like, you couldn't get the mixtape songs on the radio. You can't get them on, like,
Right.
an actual CD, so they wouldn't get paid for that. I started off jacking beats. Not only that, because in South Carolina, there wasn't too many people who was making beats. There was a handful of them.
Yeah.
I was working with my boys. They were called the Production Kings now, but now it's my boy Rob Thomas Productions. I still work with him.
Okay.
But I started with them in high school, and then I started with Pierre Bourne.
Correct.
So
It's big.
from there, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of when I started actually picking up my own beats and like creating projects that I could, you know, make some money. I mean, other than that, I was making money off of like mixtapes, like
Yeah.
So I can't say I was taking it serious then, but I didn't really start taking it serious until I became an adult around the time period I dropped Wild Card. That was probably what, 2014, 15?
Correct.
Yeah, around that time
So
period.
you think Wild Card is when you took it serious?
Wild Card is the beginning of me taking it serious.
Now, was that pre-B-Fam or was that after B-Fam?
I think the boys was B-Fam then. I think Mike Buford and Benny Sav was B-Fam then.
Okay.
And I was
Because I would see you at some shows.
I was Fly Guy ENT. I was their original crew. You know, with Kid P.
Correct.
It was me, Kid P, Mike Buford, and Benny Sav. And then the homies that they grew up with.
Correct.
I was like the last rapper on their clique.
Because I remember you coming to the shows.
Yeah.
And you'll come and do maybe like one or two songs.
Yeah, them niggas.
But
yeah.
them 2 songs, they got the crowd exactly where they needed to be.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like you was taking it. I felt like you was taking it serious then.
Yeah.
A little bit more than what you was doing.
But that was
after that.
That was Wild Card era.
Okay.
Yeah. I was figuring out my craft then. Like I was finding my sound. I was
And did you feel some type of let's not skip over that B-Fams whenever that situation was going on? Did you feel excluded whenever
Nah.
you wasn't asked to get joined to B-Fam? Or?
Nah, that was their situation. They had that going on before me. Cause I was in Hawaii when they was doing the shows and shit, but me and Kid P,
Correct.
we was always like this. Cause like Kid P, he knew about me in high school, but he was younger.
Okay.
And he wanted to link up or whatever, do some music together. So we started doing music together, and then I started doing music with Mike and Benny Sav.
Okay.
But it started off me and Kid P doing the music first, and Kid P was the guy who assembled the other two. You know what I'm saying? Because Kid P was the rapper.
Yeah.
He just knew they can rap good.
Correct.
So good ass rappers, like, but like Mike Buford, he was spitting in high school, like he would do like the ciphers and stuff. So everybody knew he could do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But Benny Sav, he was a star football player.
Oh wow.
Who just could spit. So
that's so crazy.
Yeah, so he assembled them, and then from there he came hollered at me.
For each person that you just named, can you like for Benny, pick out a rapper you would think he's like. For Mike, pick out a rapper you think he's like. For Kid, who you pick out another rapper do you think he's like, as far as like influence or as far as like how you think the world perceives them whenever they heard them for the first time.
All right, so Mike gives me like Jadakiss type.
I was gonna say Jadakiss or Freeway.
Yeah.
Okay.
He reminds me of them.
Correct.
Kid P is like Baby Drake.
Okay.
Without the singing. And
he didn't do a lot of singing back in the day.
He's backpack Drake.
Okay. That makes sense.
Like the rap.
So Far Gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with no singing, no.
No singing,
it's the rap. The rap type. He's So Far Gone, like rap type Drake. Benny Sav, he has like Kendrick Lamar vibes.
I was about to say that, bro. That's so crazy that you said that, because I'm over here like, he's so quiet.
Yeah.
But if you hype him up enough, you gonna get a bar.
Yeah, you gonna get more than a bar.
But
hey, no cap.
No.
Like
no cap.
Benny Sav, Kid P.
Yeah.
And Big Mike too. They might be like lyrically.
Yeah.
Like lyrically, bars and all that. Them niggas might be the top 3 to come from here.
Wow.
I mean that.
Stamp that.
I stamped that.
Stamp it. Say less, man. And with that situation, like we was talking about with the B-Fam situation, did you feel like that was only a step that your other people had to do to bring y'all up too? Because that's how whenever Chris and Neek was doing it at first. That's how I looked at it. I'm like, well, I'm not rapping right now. I'm not singing right now. I might as well just start DJing.
Yeah.
And it turned into where I am now, which is kind of crazy. But it was like, just wait your turn, basically.
Yeah.
Did you feel like that whenever shit was popping off? You came back from Hawaii and you started getting shows?
I had a whole different thing that I brought to the clique.
Correct.
So it kind of was a get in. I got in where I fit in for real. So as you saw when we did the shows,
Correct.
the way, you know, it worked.
Yeah.
Like we all had our own little thing.
Correct.
I wouldn't say it was a stepping stool to getting more shows and stuff, to get more recognized.
Yeah.
And so it was like I said, I had to I got in where I fit in, so it made sense for me.
Correct.
I mean, and a lot of that is why a good portion of people know who I am right now as far as a rapper.
Right.
Not only that, I'm notorious. I was the shoe guy.
Shoe plug.
Yeah.
She was a shoe plug.
You was too.
I mean, hey man, you don't stay connected if you're not connected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
But that's where a lot of people know me from originally.
that's how I met you originally. Oh no, well, no, I met you. Did I meet you before I was working there? I think it was before.
We was doing the shows before then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know you worked there, but I remember the one show you showed up and you had on the Gucci Air Force Ones, but these aren't the knockoff Gucci's. They were just a colorway were the Gucci Air Force Ones, like the red with the green and the black.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, how the fuck he get them shits? Like,
hey man, I had to plug. I was always plugged in.
And after a while, I understood what you got going on. But let's backtrack it in. You did say you came back from Hawaii.
Yeah.
What did you come back from Hawaii from?
I was married.
And why did you go to? You was what?
I was married. You knew that.
I didn't know that.
I was married. I was married for 3 years.
What age did you get married?
21.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in love, man.
Now, if you can go back, this is DJ Lonzo's top 5. If you can go back to when you was 21, what are the top 5 things you would tell Hello Shello at 21 years old when you're about to get married?
Take your time.
Give me 5 of them.
Take your time. Enjoy life.
Okay.
Keep people out your business.
That's a big one.
Make sure you're happy with all decisions.
Okay.
And, stay who you are.
I didn't hear you say not get married. So you don't regret not getting married?
I don't regret getting married at all. Like, that woman I was with was...
Do you and her y'all still talk every now and again, or?
We're cordial.
Okay.
Like, funny thing is, I was running DoorDash once upon a time.
Please don't tell me you just showed up.
And I DoorDashed to her crib.
That's crazy.
Like, I DoorDashed
That's crazy.
I DoorDashed a joint to her crib.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So what happened? How was that exchange?
I just texted her and was like, I was your DoorDasher.
Oh, so you just dropped it off. It was one of those drop-off DoorDashes.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't like an awkward exchange of...
Nah.
Okay.
I just knew the name and then I knew the house.
Oh, so you was low-key stalking.
No. Like, I was talking to this girl in high school.
I'm playing, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking shit. But as far as that, like, did you feel like whenever you and her were trying to... What's good?
What's happening?
Y'all, Jay Andre just walked in the building. Jay Andre, you come in the camera real quick, man. Come on. Come in the camera real quick. This is nostalgic because we having this interview right now.
It's good,
Jay Andre, how you doing, my boy? You know you got your interview next. Come in. Oh, no, they need to see your face. Go down a little lower. Yeah. We need to have your interview next, but we getting into some nostalgia type shit. But as far as, like, with you getting married and everything, like, you went to Hawaii for that.
Yeah.
Why did y'all pick Hawaii?
Nah, my shorty at the time, she was in the military. She got in the military.
Okay.
Yeah, so
everything was for free. You was living like a king.
nah, nigga, I was out there working. I was working.
What you working for? You was
nigga,
married. Don't you get like an extra check just when you get married? Like just because?
Nigga, that you keep the money going. You bring more money in. What you mean?
I guess Hawaii
the
is
money
a little
doesn't
expensive.
stop.
Hawaii is a little expensive, but okay.
Not only that, it's just like.
And how was it living in Hawaii?
I took it for granted.
What are 5 things you wish you would have did in Hawaii that you didn't do?
Went to the beach more. That's it.
You didn't go to the beach?
Yeah, I wasn't a beach guy then.
And now you love the beach now.
Yeah, I love the beach now. It's weird, but you got to go through your phases of life, and that's where I realized that I wasted a good opportunity in going to the beach all the time.
What's another one that you didn't do?
That's it.
That's it. Just go to the beach more.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as far as like when you came back to a situation, I would say you and your brother was like living together, and that's whenever I started living with y'all.
Yeah, Biscuit House.
Biscuit House. Explain to people. Explain to people what would go on at an average day at Biscuit House.
Biscuit House, man, you got all types of stuff going on. You got niggas in the living room playing video games, listening to music. The original, when Biscuit House actually started, Lonzo had the room in the back of the house or whatever. He had the shit like DJ'd out. Like that, it was a real nice
I used the hell out of Foot Locker.
Yeah.
I used all that shit. My
nigga had all the posters and all that shit. Like had the DJ lights and all that shit going.
Yes.
My nigga he had that shit turned. Next, Air Max room was across the hall.
Correct.
You go down. You go on the other side of the living room. You got my room or whatever. It's just chilling there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got upstairs. Who was upstairs? Was Kid P there then?
Kid came.
Kid P, yeah.
He did come.
Kid P, Kid P was up there. I think that's when he started the whole workshop thing where he was
stamping
doing
and shit.
doing the league. That's the beginning of league.
Yeah.
Yeah, the league brand.
So as far as Biscuit House, people don't understand how you got the name Biscuit House. It was one component that you didn't name.
All right, so I used to have a dog, Biscuit or whatever. So the house, everybody's lived in the house. Like my family was living in the house before.
Correct.
I came back from Hawaii. When I came back, everybody moved out, but me and Air Max. From there, me, Air Max, that's when we ended up with the roommates or whatever. But Biscuit was my dog, and Biscuit was the only person who the only body that never left the house.
Right.
So we named it Biscuit's House from there. So Biscuit House, and that's how it formed.
Damn. R.I.P. Biscuit, man.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Now out of Biscuit House came an album.
Yeah.
That I think kind of went under the radar that year as one of the best albums that came out that year because of the features, the song placements, and everything that you had, and it was a Christmas album.
Yeah, we dropped it after Christmas. We dropped it like right before New Year's of 2020 during COVID. So that's kind of why I feel like it kind of went under the radar. Like we pushed it online, but other than that, like we didn't really have no footwork behind it because everything was shut down. But
Correct.
It was an album that we had fun. We put together right there in the house. All the beats was like curated right there in the house.
Lit Boy went crazy.
Lit Boy went crazy. Pluto went crazy.
Facts.
I think that's the production on the album. Just Lit Boy and Pluto. I
don't think Neek had a.
Nah, Neek didn't have a.
But
Neek had a feature. Yeah, Neek is on my favorite song on that album.
Yeah, that song is crazy.
Yeah,
that song is crazy. Now, as far as like that album itself, do you feel like going back shooting videos is out of the question?
Nah, some of them songs we gonna run them back and put singles together for them. Like the joint with Neek and Lit Boy, I'm gonna press that as a single. The Can't Love, that's a big joint for me.
Yeah.
Me and Dro, we had an idea for the Big Business, the intro. We had an idea for it. We just didn't execute it just because the timing. What else? We like I ain't gonna lie. It's still a smash.
That's
too.
hard. That's
like
hard.
we perform that at a lot of places together that we be at and we do shows. I ain't gonna lie, it's a smash. Big Player already has a video.
Facts.
Pedro dropped that on his latest project, the Return of the Don Peter Flavor God.
That is right.
That might be it for that project. I like the joint me and Benny Sav did on there. A lot of people like that one too.
Cause you be getting Benny out the house, man. I feel like Benny only come out the house for a couple people. Benny don't really pop up like that.
Benny and Kid P are like that.
It's good. They got a mystique to them.
They'll pop out. They'll pop out if I ask them to.
Now, as far as asking them to, during Biscuit House, you got to open up for the Migos.
Yeah.
And you got to bring me along.
Yeah.
Tell me about that experience and how did that experience come along?
Man, that was a wild trip. Cause first we went to San Antonio.
Correct.
We almost got kicked out the hotel for smoking.
That's big facts.
Like our shuttle driver, he worked at the hotel. He was a shuttle driver for the hotel. So man, he was like, man, they was getting reports about in the hallway somebody smelled smoke or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, do y'all know any? And then he just paused for a second, like he was like, it was y'all, and we all just laughed or whatever. He was like, hey man, y'all just be careful or whatever.
Yeah.
The shuttle driver, he was cool. We went to San Antonio. We went downtown. We partied downtown. It was weird as hell.
It was.
I can't explain it, but it was just weird. But I had fun. I ain't gonna lie.
That
just
trip
like
was crazy.
seeing different a different place. I've been to San Antonio before, but like the first time I went, we was in the mall and shit. So that was pretty much it.
I want to tell a story, but I can't.
Why you can't?
I can't. I'll just say this. Do you remember when we was driving through Texas and some said person was driving and they were driving like a bat out of hell through Texas?
That was we ain't get to that part yet.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we went from San Antonio, then we went to Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi was a ghost town.
A ghost town.
For real.
Nobody was at that bitch.
Man, we were trying to find some weed.
Nothing.
We ran into like the little Mexican boy at the convenience store or whatever. This, that, and the third. Like he had the gas though, no cap.
He
like
did.
we didn't think he was gonna have
We
the
thought
gas.
he was gonna try and rob us too though. We ain't know what was going on.
So from there we got the weed or whatever. We ended up at the venue. We ended up at the venue early. So like we
So how did you get the show? Like how did you come across that show?
My boy Carolina X and Ace Richie.
What happened then?
Damn. It was a movie, definitely. We had the venue, we do sound check. We meet everybody else, we meet all the other artists. And it's funny because at the time period, Matt didn't have a camera.
At all.
So we used to use Matt to be like, hey bruh, if anybody asks, you the manager.
Correct.
So
and Matt is white for everybody to know. So he looked like a manager already.
Matt basically played the role. He played the role well. So from there we had the show. The show was lit. It was like 4,000-5,000 kids. Like they was all screaming 803. They was screaming 600.
He was.
They had no clue what the songs was, but everybody was jumping like the whole time. I had a couple songs. Air Max had a couple songs, and Benny Sav had a couple songs.
Which I think y'all, in general, that set list, that one set list alone, I feel like that could have toured and kept touring, and nobody would have a problem. You know how sometimes when certain acts try to do 3 people performing at the same time, and you like, okay, this person, okay, now it's this person. It was like y'all fed off of each other. The energy was so good. It was like, boom, okay, you like this one? Okay, boom, we about to hit you with this one, and then boom, another one. Like the energy that day, I felt like, and then we had Turn.
Yeah, Turn was on stage.
Turn was on stage going crazy.
He was the hype man without a mic. He was like, slow down from the Saint Lunatics.
Right. This nigga didn't even smoke before that trip. You know that, right?
Yeah.
He didn't smoke. We gave him the blunt on stage. Nobody seen the blunt again. He smoked the whole blunt on stage, and I clown him about that shit till this day.
Dancing the whole time.
Now he smoked like a chimney now. I said, bro, you started smoking after Texas, bro.
But I just remember we had 2 cameramen. We had Tay Vision, and then we had Kevin 11.
Are we gonna talk about? We gonna talk about?
We're not gonna.
We gonna talk about it?
Nah, we're not gonna talk about it.
We can't talk about it just a little bit.
Stop.
We shot a whole commercial. Now you forget. You forgot about that, didn't you?
I got it.
We shot a whole Cash App commercial.
We did shoot a Cash App commercial. We got a song that we dropped or whatever. What is it? Money on my phone?
Yeah, money off my phone.
Money off my phone.
Yeah.
And we shot a little video for it, and it basically was a Cash App video. Like
all Cash App.
I don't
and
think
that was before Cash App was even big.
Did we put it out?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Hey, Tay, you my dog, man. Tay, you my dog for life. But nobody has seen that footage.
I forgot about that.
And
I ain't gonna lie.
Nobody's seen the footage of us on stage.
We shot the scenes.
And the footage of us.
Nah, I got some footage on stage.
Yeah, we got. But you got this footage on stage.
I got the footage from when I did the first song off of 600.
That's right.
Air Max, he got a song that he did. Benny said the only one who don't got footage.
Okay. Because I never seen it, bro. I was like, damn. My hopes were so high. We had did so much on that trip, and I was like, damn.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't remember it all for real.
You don't remember that?
There's a lot I don't remember about that trip.
That trip was crazy.
I remember about getting kicked out of the hotel. I remember
it's
the
kind
show,
of a blur.
And then I remember the after party. The after party, we went like it wasn't like a. Was it a bar?
It was a bar.
It seemed like a store. Like
you are right. It did seem
like a store. I just know there was alcohol involved.
Correct.
But there was bitches that was promoting from the show.
Correct. And we bought more weed that night.
Yeah, we bought more weed there at the after party.
Correct.
But the thing was, we had to catch our plane in San Antonio like
the next day, right?
No, not even the next day, in like a couple hours.
That's right.
And that's why Ox was driving like a bat out of hell.
Bro, whenever I say we were flying through Texas, like no tomorrow, bro. Like
bruh, I was fucked up, so I was in the trunk sleep. Cause we was in the Suburban, right?
That's right.
We was in the Suburban.
Smoked out.
I was in the trunk sleep.
We just said fuck it. We got out that bit. We ain't had no blunt spray. We just said fuck it.
No, we vacuumed it before we got
did
to
vacuum.
it. Yeah,
That is right.
I do not know how we didn't get charged for that hotel for real. The hotel and the rental.
That's crazy.
So we should have got charged for that rental. That was crazy.
That rental was.
We blew that rental down.
We did. Ox went crazy, bro. Whenever I say I was in the back holding on, smoking the blunt, that was the only thing that would calm me down. I'm like, bro, why are we going so fast? We had to be going like 140, 120. At every I'm talking about.
Ox was crazy,
and there was no cops in sight.
It was from Corpus Christi to San Antonio.
There was no cops, and it was like a straightaway.
That shit like the desert though.
It was like the desert.
Yeah.
It was.
I kind of remember like a little bit driving from San Antonio to Corpus Christi.
I do. I definitely remember that drive.
I just don't remember. I remember waking up like here and there on the way to the airport. But I just remember we only had like a couple hours to get to the airport. Like
Yeah.
we didn't have no business at the after party. Following up bitches.
We didn't. But hey, look. For one, your brother got to give somebody some merch. I think he gave
DJ
Darrell some merch.
Yeah.
I think we
went-
all spoke to the Migos, and we got to
we-
see them like super close and like
We didn't get to chat with them.
Nah,
Like for real, but like we got to, hey, what's good? That's about it.
correct. So as far as like, okay, so we got to talk to the Migos a little bit. Well, not really talk to them, but you know,
I met them before that though.
you did.
I met them at CIAA in the
Correct.
mall.
Correct. That is
Yeah.
right. That
I
is
chatted with them then. It was like a small chat though. That's when they just had Versace out
correct.
and just a little small conversation. I had my CD on them. I gave it to them.
So who are all the people you done opened up for?
Lil Scrappy,
Or should I say, name your top 5 people that you
Top
done
5.
that you don't open up for.
Waka, Lil Scrappy, Migos. When Young and May was popping, I opened for her. Who else did I open for? I feel like I forget. It's Gorilla Zoe. Gorilla Zoe, yeah.
That was like one of the big first frat parties that you had.
It's crazy because Gorilla Zoe was like, I was a big Gorilla Zoe fan when he dropped "Don't Feed the Animals." Like I know that CD front to back. Still jam that CD.
I feel like what happened to Gorilla Zoe, like I feel like he was on the top. Like at one point in time, it was nothing bigger than Gorilla Zoe at one point in time. Especially with the song with Wayne.
Like, Lost. Yeah.
Bro, like at that point in time, like, man, Gorilla Zoe couldn't walk anywhere.
Music changes though. That's all it is. Cause he still had his moment with Gucci.
Correct.
Like
Correct.
I want to say he was still having that moment with Gucci when we was opening for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is right. That's how
we did,
because it was Waka and Gorilla Zoe.
Ben had a lot of the shows with Gorilla Zoe first, and that's what happened with us. Like from there, we started doing the shows with Gorilla Zoe, and then we had a couple of other shows like outside of Ben,
Like
with
St.
Gorilla
Patrick's
Zoe.
Day and everything.
But like there was some, like St. Pat. We basically followed Gorilla Zoe one night. Not on no follow him.
Yeah.
But we had a show in the same area in the same club right after St. Pat's that he had. And it was cool because it was like Gorilla Zoe performed first and we performed after him.
Do you think, this might be a crazy question, do you think back in the day, it took a white boy to bring hip hop to St. Patrick's Day? Was that the only way that it would have happened?
For St. Pat's? Nah.
Because I look at St. Patrick's lineup now, and it's nothing like how it used to be when we were doing it. So as far as like,
I don't think
it's no black draw. Like, it's no big black artist that comes out now. It's like they're really trying to whiten St. Patrick up. Like
I feel that
they're really trying to whitewash it.
But I feel like if you got, it's everything with the music industry is connection based. It's all about the connections.
But that's what I'm saying. So with it connected, you don't think
it just so happened
you don't
that
think Waka and Gorilla Zoe made St. Patrick's Day better?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to get away from
during
it.
that time period, St. Pat's was at its peak in Columbia. Yeah.
Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think it only took a white boy to do that?
No.
Why you think they're trying to get away from it now?
Because he ain't bringing it. He's not the one bringing it. He was the hip hop for that. I don't think it took it just him. I think somebody would have to, cause like Fat Rat got the plug on all that too.
Yeah, but if we're being honest, has he? I mean, who's he hitting up to bring? Who's Fat Rat bringing on?
I can't answer that question because I don't know.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if anything, you would think Fat Rat will be bringing Black Zach, Cusco the Food. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bring those people, it's going to bring a whole different crowd to St. Patrick's Day.
Right now, that costs. So it depends on whether St. Pat wants to pay for that.
They had to pay. They had to pay Walker. Why wouldn't they pay?
They don't understand it.
I think they understand. I think they're trying to get away from it. I think they're really just trying to make St. Patrick's Day EDM and country music.
I mean, it could be.
I think that's what they.
I
think that's what they want.
I don't focus on that because, like, if they don't hit me, I don't really care because I'm not about to beg you.
So where do you see yourself as far as like what are your top 5 places that you want to perform next?
Top 5 places I want to perform
that you want to hit you up to perform.
That I want to hit me up.
Yeah, that'd be like, man, damn, I would love to perform there, or you know what I'm saying, like
Rolling Loud,
Coachella. Because I remember Benny had a line that said, I wanted to be at Coachella. And I was like, I didn't even know what Coachella was when he said that line.
I want a tour that I really like, that I would like to, like, recreate. Up in Smoke tour. Like, I think a different variation of Up in Smoke tour would be great. And I want to be added on that. Even if you did it with like a new lineup, you did it with Wiz, you did it with Currency.
Yeah.
Like you do it with the high profile smokers of the game.
Who do you think is the high profile smokers now? Like who do you look at as like
Wayne, Snoop, Wiz, Currency?
No. Not I'm saying not as far as them. I'm saying like new acts.
New acts.
Like who do you look at as the new Wiz? Who do you look at as the
Nobody really makes that type of music anymore.
And why do you think that is?
Everybody's making drill now.
Why do you think that is?
Because music, everybody's going in waves right now with music. Nobody's as creative as they used to be back in that time. Everybody finds a sound to latch on, and they emulate that.
I would say you make that style of music.
Yeah,
now,
I do.
As far as, like, other artists, I'm not too sure, but you for sure make that style of music.
And it's funny, another DJ here, he told me this when he was playing my music. He was like, y'all make like the Taylor Gang sound. He was like, y'all need to push y'all joint out west. And I was like, that's actually what I'm working on right now.
Now, how do you push yourself towards the roots?
I'm signed to an independent label in Tacoma.
Okay.
So.
And they're based out of the West?
Yeah. Tacoma is in Washington.
Okay.
So. That's why
Why did you trust them out of all the other places to sign?
We have a former relationship. Honestly, before we signed with them, we was in California with them, and we all rented out a mansion out there in California. And that's where I met DJ Battlecat. That's Snoop Dogg's DJ.
Correct.
I met I met Corrupt, and I met MC Ren. Craziest story ever. MC Ren, they're in our Airbnb, by the way. MC Ren, he's standing next to me. He was like, nephew, what you smoking on? I said, I got Pink Runts or whatever. He was like, he looked down, he was like, hey, man, roll that shit up.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, shit, this OG from NWA.
You would have
never.
I
gotta
never
smoke
thought you
with
would have
him.
been here.
Yeah, never.
That's crazy.
But they introduced me to them. And from there, we shot Dollar Bill video out there. Funny thing about Dollar Bill video, my nigga Pedro, we didn't complete Dollar Bill video because Pedro ended up scaring the videographer away.
What do you mean? Hold on.
All right, so
what you mean?
For whatever reason, the director, this was high profile, music video type shit. The director, he's directing or whatever. We shooting the video. The director had to leave for whatever reason, so we was gonna get back to it the next day.
Yeah.
So the videographer stayed and just shot little. He was shooting B-roll type shit.
Okay.
So out of nowhere, Pedro introductory to the rap game type shit.
Oh, so this is his first time shooting Like a video, period.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he shot with Matt, but
Correct. But he
outside of
shot
shooting with Matt, yeah.
Okay.
So Pedro like, hey man, he don't understand, like there's another day that they coming back the next day to shoot. So bruh's like, hey man, I ain't here to be playing spin the bottle. So Pedro gets mad, but we on Hennessy, and Pedro don't drink Hennessy.
Okay. So I see why y'all on.
So yeah, from there he was like, bro, I ain't come all the way out here to spin no bottle type shit. So then he starts getting the rub. The guy that is on the song Dollar Bill with us, him and Pedro, they going back and forth or whatever. It gets rambunctious, not rambunctious, but it gets a little loud or whatever.
Okay.
So then the videographer, he gets scared. The girls, they get scared. They all running out the mansion. So the next day, one of the girls stayed because she ended up shooting like another video or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I was shooting another video. I got you.
But the other girls, they never came back, and the videographer didn't come back the next day either. So we just was out there in LA for the rest of the time.
Damn,
It was fun though.
Now speaking of Pedro, man, what made you get Pedro out the gutter to say come rap? And why?
My boy Pedro, he got a story. So I was just like, hey bro, come tell your story, you know what I'm saying? Like this is something different. Not only that, Pedro, he got a buzz in Colombia just being who he is, you know what I'm saying? Businessman, Flavorfield Foods.
Selling the hell out them plates.
But yeah, my boy, he already has like his rapport out here in Colombia. So I was like, and not only that, people don't know, Pedro gave me a CD like while we was doing the shows heavy back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pedro, he wasn't no rapper then either. But like he started rapping.
Yeah.
He gave me the CD or whatever. I listened to it. It was pretty good, you know what I'm saying, for someone who didn't rap like that.
Oh, so this is something he paid for on his own and when
like,
he did it.
I don't know where he went or how he put it together. He brought me a CD.
See, he ain't tell me this in our interview. See, that's why we gotta have that second
remember
interview.
This.
Pedro, we gonna have that second interview.
He don't remember
I just couldn't do it. I
had
couldn't
to
do
turn
it.
this, and I came back around. I was like, bro, this is why I came back for you. Cause I remember you giving me that CD at the time period. I didn't understand what to do.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So here we are. Let's put it together.
Put it together.
He didn't wanna do it at first, but after a while, there was a song I did, Aggressive or whatever, that was on Hello Savage. And right when he did Aggressive or whatever, he was like, he did the remix, and we never put the remix out. But when he did the remix, he was like, if I like it, then I'll take you up or whatever. He did the Aggressive remix, and here we are.
Wow. Now, as far as, like, are you looking to sign multiple artists, or you think you just one artist at a time type shit?
Not
even signing, but, like, managing.
Yeah, I want to get into multiple artists. I want to get into different artists because I want to do more than hip hop.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, I write.
Especially with country being crazy.
Yeah.
I think you could write a country song easy.
I could. I've wrote one before. It just never got used, but I wrote one. I have it written down somewhere in a notebook. I was just challenging myself. I'm practicing R&B music right now. I got a couple joints.
Yeah, you started R&B Shello in Biscuit House though.
I did. I just told somebody about R&B Shello also. I was like, that was a different time period.
Correct.
But I started writing some R&B
and Auto-Tune Air Max. It's the same thing. You're like that's R&B Air Max. So yeah. I see what y'all doing. Now, as far as like y'all are brothers, but y'all are the type of brothers. Y'all are complete opposites.
Yeah, we're night and day.
The only thing y'all do alike is drink and smoke. Other than that, it's like y'all are night and day to each other. Why do you feel like when it comes to music though, y'all bond and y'all clash, and like as far as a good thing, as far as like able to create good songs and good music?
He tweeted out about a couple months ago that I'm one of the reason he do music. So from there, I think when he does his thing,
yeah,
he might try to figure out how I would do it. But not only that, the songs that me and him do together, I feel like I get his best verses.
You do.
Because he know to come with it.
Correct. And because he knows you'll say something.
Yeah.
If you don't.
Yeah. But I don't never have to because he come with it. Like one of my top 5 favorite songs is with him. It's a song called Dream Seller. And he came on that so stupid. Pause.
It was crazy. Okay. But okay. With that being said, as far as your career yourself, where do you see your career? Where do you want to take it to?
Honestly, bro, I want to cater to my base. People who actually appreciate my music.
Correct.
Like I'm not trying to reach out to nothing new, trying to do nothing too crazy or whatever. If I feel like it's something that I can try, that's amongst what I want to try, then I'm going to do it. But I'm not going on my way to be the biggest, this, that, and the third. If I'm the biggest off of what I'm already doing, fine. But at the end of the day, it's about catering to my audience.
All right.
People who done been rocking with, people who finally here and they want to rock with now. I'm here.
I mean, I heard the song that you recorded the other day, and like I told you, I was like, what the song was about, I felt like, because I said to you, I was like, man, don't you think it's nostalgia for your day one fans for this song to come out, and you had another song that was kind of like it, but it's kind of like you gave it the upgraded version, like the 2024 version.
And honestly, with both songs are Lil Wayne inspired.
Correct. Well, that goes without being said.
That's my favorite rapper.
Do you want to name your top 5 rappers?
My top 5 rappers?
Yeah, go ahead. Just
my
for the
top
camera.
5 favorites are, in this order,
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, T.I.,
Okay.
Jay-Z,
Okay.
Kanye West, and Gucci Mane.
Damn. Drake, you ain't make the list.
Nah.
Damn, Drake or Kendrick ain't make the list.
Nah.
That's crazy.
Do
you want to talk about that?
They're in my new generation top 5, if you want to know that.
Okay.
My new generation top 5 is, I don't really particularly have the order.
Okay.
Is Cole, Kendrick, Drake, Future, and Young Thug.
That's a good list. Future technically could be in the first.
Future's probably number 1.
No, I'm saying like.
But
Future
honestly, I was about to
Future
say,
could
like,
kick somebody out of the first list that you just said.
Nah, he can't. There's nobody in that first list. He can't kick nobody out my first list.
With Hendrix?
Nah,
Album alone?
I'm just telling you straight up. My first list,
Yeah.
are reasons I'm doing it how I'm doing it.
But I do think you take a lot from Future though. Not as far as like bars and concept, but I do think the singing aspect,
But that's him and Thug.
Yeah.
And
as far
Drake.
but you sing, but you don't really sing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I figure it out. I harmonize.
That's exactly what you do.
I finesse.
You do finesse. That's crazy.
Track finessing.
Well, I think we got it all to the nitty gritty. We're gonna have to do a part 2 because we're getting close to that time limit.
It's a lot of stuff
that we didn't get on, but it's a lot of stuff we touched that a lot of people don't know about you. So let everybody know who you are again, and let them know where to find you at.
Hello, Shello. You can follow me on Instagram at HelloShello15, on Twitter at HelloShello15. I have music on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Just look up Hello Shello.
Is there any single?
My latest song right now is Pinata. Pinata's going crazy in the Chocho Slide freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
more music videos on the way, merch on the way. Biscuit House. Don P, the Flavor God, on the way.
I'll let you get your shout outs. Go.
Yeah.
Let me know when
Flavor God Black on the way.
Okay, come on.
Lit Boy.
Okay.
Happy birthday to Flavor God Black. Yeah,
Facts.
we doing this on his birthday. Shout out my boy.
Tar season. Yeah. Yeah. Big Tars.
Shout out Matt Riley, my day one. Shout out my boy Jay Andre, my day one.
Facts.
Shout out Mora.
Facts.
Shout out.
That's who was talking, y'all. Just want to let y'all know we gonna get on the camera later.
She's on my ass, and I appreciate it.
We needed that. He needed that.
Pause. Nah, that ain't pause because that's a woman. Let's see. Shout out Air Max. Shout out Coop. Got Gars. Shout out Kyle Brown.
Goddamn Kyle Brown.
Kyle Brown.
Speaking of Kyle Brown, man, y'all boys better stop playing and invite me up there for that interview, man. Both of y'all. I'm holding. Because you be behind the camera talking.
Sometimes.
No, a lot of times. So I'm going to need you. Yeah, you hear his voice a lot too, right? Yeah. Niggas be hearing your voice, man.
Hey, man. I be there.
Well, let me know whenever y'all ready, man.
Hey, shout out my boy Wood G, too. Yeah.
Forgot one shout out, though.
Shout out my boy DJ Lonzo. Shout out Meek. Shout out GOT Sounds.
Yeah.
Shout out Biscuit House. Shout out my pops and
Facts.
my mama. They go crazy with the music too, for real, for real. Like them are my biggest fans. Before we end it all, my dad be having them play my shit out there in like he go to Panama.
Yeah.
Like he go more than one time. He make them motherfuckers play that shit out there. He just sent me videos and shit and all that in the club. And my mama, I was taking her to the airport one time, and like we was listening to her playlist, like got the little old school R&Bs. That's where I get the whole R&B shallow shit from. It's just off of like her listening to all her old school R&B type shit. So, a song of mine that I wouldn't expect to be on her playlist was on her playlist, and I just let it ride. And I was just like, damn, shout out to Mom.
I bet that made you feel good as hell.
Hell yeah.
And Mother's Day just passed too?
I didn't expect that at all. Like, not that song. So that's how I was like, oh, she really be listening.
Happy Mother's Day to Shello.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mother, you know what I'm saying? And all the mothers out there, and all the mothers that became mothers on Mother's Day night, you know what I'm saying, that don't know their mothers yet. You know what I'm saying? And a shout out to all the mothers that's going to become mothers on this Memorial Day weekend that's coming up, because that's when it's going to drop. So, you know what I'm saying? If that's all we got to say.
Mamas, baby mamas.
That's Hello Shello. I'm DJ Lonzo. We out, baby.
Top five.